Hi friends, this is Dee and I am back here with an inspirational story of Aryan who overcomes the fear of heights with the help of his grandfather's wisdom. Let's begin. In a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Aryan. He was known for his curiosity and his love for exploring the world around him. Yet, there was one thing that made him anxious: heights. Aryan was terribly afraid of climbing trees, standing on tall buildings, and even looking out from his second-story window. While his friends would climb trees and laugh on the highest swings, Aryan would watch from the ground, his heart pounding with fear. He longed to join them, but every time he tried, his legs would tremble and his mind would be filled with thoughts of falling. One sunny day, a colorful poster caught Aryan's eye as he walked through the village square. It was an announcement for a local kite flying competition. The grand prize was a beautiful kite that Aryan had been eyeing at the market for weeks. The excitement bubbled up within him, but so did his fear of heights. He hesitated, torn between his desire to win the kite and his fear of climbing. Aryan spent days watching his friends prepare for the competition. They were fearless as they flew kites from the rooftops, guiding them skillfully through the wind. Aryan could not help but feel a mixture of admiration and envy. He wanted to be up there with them, but the thought was terrifying. One evening, as the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, Aryan sat with his grandfather under a large oak tree. His grandfather had always been a source of wisdom and comfort. Aryan shared his inner turmoil, expressing his longing to win the kite and his fear of heights. His grandfather listened patiently, his eyes twinkling with understanding. He began to share a story from his own youth about a time when he faced a similar challenge. He had once wanted to climb a mountain, a journey that tested his limits. His grandfather's voice was soothing and Aryan felt a glimmer of hope. Courage, his grandfather said gently, is not the absence of fear. It's taking that first step despite the fear. He explained that every person, no matter how brave, experiences fear. But what matters is how we face it. Aryan thought about his grandfather's words for days. He watched the kites dancing in the sky and he watched his friends with admiration. But he also realized that he could be a part of it if he found the courage to try. The day of the kite flying competition arrived. Aryan stood before the tall oak tree that had once intimidated him. His heart raced and his palms were sweaty. But this time he was armed with something different, a newfound determination. He remembered his grandfather's story and he took a deep breath. With every step he climbed, he felt his fear and excitement mingling. He reached a sturdy branch higher than he had ever climbed before. The wind rustled the leaves and Aryan's heart pounded, but he was there. He was up in the tree, looking out at the world from a height he had never thought possible. His friends cheered as he flew his kite, guiding it skillfully through the air. The fear was still there, but it was accompanied by a rush of courage that swelled within him. He realized that his grandfather was right. Courage wasn't about banishing fear, but about embracing it and moving forward despite it. Aryan's kite soared high in the sky, and with every moment he felt his confidence grow. When the competition ended, he did not win the grand prize, but he had won something far more valuable: the courage to face his fear and the realization that he was capable of much more than he thought. From that day on, Aryan continued to fly kites from the tree branches, and he even climbed a few more trees, slowly conquering his fear of heights. He carried his grandfather's wisdom with him, a reminder that courage wasn't about being fearless, but about daring to try even when fear whispered in his ear. And as Aryan looked up at the kites soaring above, he felt a sense of freedom he had never experienced before. The freedom that comes from facing your fears and discovering the courage to fly. Aryan's journey from fear to courage is the heart of this tale. His realization that courage doesn't eliminate fear but coexists with it resonates deeply. Climbing the tree for the kite flying competition marked his first step towards conquering his fear of heights. As Aryan looked up at the kites soaring above, he not only won the respect of his friends, but also the invaluable lesson that courage is about embracing fear and moving forward despite it. The story emphasizes that within every fear lies the potential for growth and transformation. Hope you liked today's story. See you in another story. Until then, it's Dee signing off. Bye.